We are in the home straight of our Centre Forward project, and so let's spend some time now thinking about how Centre Forward is part of the mission of St Patrick's Church. If you like, our mission statement for this project is to answer Jesus' call to seek and save the lost in Wallington and beyond. This is Jesus' mission done in His strength, and He has called us to be a part of it. Through our current centre, we have followed that call of Jesus, and so let's hear some memories that relate to our church building that we have at the moment.
Hi there. Yes, I want to tell you about an amazing event that happened in St Patrick's Church and Church Hall on the 8th of August 1981. We got married. It was a brilliant day. We had a church full of people for the service. We had our wedding reception in the church hall, and about 120 people came, and it was a fantastic day, and here we still are.
And about 2 years after that, we put on a Christian musical called The Witness, and again we used the whole church site, and lots of people became Christians, both through the 3 nights of the production and people in the cast as well. So it was an amazing privilege to put it on.
The hall was a focus of so many of the things that we were involved in when we were doing the children's and family workers job. So of course there were all the Sunday morning groups were in there in different rooms. You know, some of the rooms were a bit strange.
Yes, because we had to do junior gospel rock in the cupboard down the end, the storage cupboard, because there wasn't enough room to fit everybody into the hall when we were playing games and things. So we had to put sheets up over all the chairs and a carpet on the floor to make it look like it was actually a nice place for the children to be. It was a bit gloomy because there's no natural light, and at one point somebody said it was actually a fire hazard because there was no in and out door, there was only one door, so we just made sure there was no fires, and it was fine.
Just made the best of it, you know.
I particularly remember, I remember the barn dances, which Dan Billen and Andrew Wickley, I suppose, organised. There was a music group which was people in it were entirely members of St Patrick's Church, Andrew and Patsy and
John
a few
Keller.
others. And Dan Billen was the caller. They were great fun, but also during the interval in the barn dance, Dan always took the opportunity to give his testimony and encourage people to put their faith in Christ. And one such evening, our son Robert went forward. He had gone forward before on other occasions, but he went forward to recommit himself at the age of about 13.
And both sons have remained committed Christians, and a lot of that is owed to what has happened in St Patrick's. And a lot of that was in the hall, and the hall provides that sense of community and activity for us to go out from in the world.
We used the hall, we did holiday clubs, we used the hall for all the junior groups used to meet in there, and we used to have like the parachute, there's a canopy across the ceiling. Stephen Crawley would design various things to decorate the walls. Paul Robertson would do things like when we did Hero Hunters, and we had pictures of superheroes, massive pictures of superheroes that he did that were hanging on the wall.
And then on the Sunday when the children all came to the service, we stood the children by the superheroes and took their photographs, and then we charged them, which was a good money spinner to pay for the holiday club.
When I was 8 years old, I used to attend Spock in the church hall run by Caroline and Joe, and I was run over by a car one week, not at Spock, but I couldn't go. And Caroline and Joe sent me all of the sweets that hadn't been bought from the tuck shop that week, and it really encouraged me in what was a difficult time, and I still remember all those sweets.
The Old Testament is crammed with references to God calling his people to be a community, to go out to peoples and nations, and even Jesus himself said, I want to gather your children like a hen gathers her chicks under her wing. And we feel that St Patrick's and the hall and the activities in it have provided a sense of community, and that's so valuable to provide a safe place from which we can go out and preach the gospel of Jesus.
When we moved to Wallington, we found that a little girl that our daughter used to go to dance school with was one of our neighbours. She put an invitation from St Patrick's through the door. It was for their Easter holiday club, and we were asked if we wanted our child or children to go, that we should get in touch with the church. And it also asked if you were willing to help to do the same. Well, I enrolled the children and I offered to help, and we went along, and of course we met in the hall, and they enjoyed it. And if I hadn't gone to the church hall, I might not have stayed at St Patrick's, and I might not have become a Christian.
Yes, I think my experience of the hall mainly was with the youth club at that time, and our children eventually all went through youth club. And when I was leader of the youth club, the hall gave everything that we needed for youth activities. We had the meeting room, we had the play area, the games area, and the kitchen, and we were able to do everything in that hall that was needed. But now we need a new one.
Well, weren't all of those memories amazing to hear? And we truly are thankful to God for all of them. But as Stephen rightly said there at the end, we need a new building. Unfortunately, our current building is at the end of its life. We're now finding that although once this building enabled us to do mission, it's now starting to restrict our mission. Although we can make do, this building is actually becoming increasingly inadequate for all that we wish to be able to do. We believe that God's mission here must continue and also expand in new and exciting ways. Having a new centre would enable us to keep pressing on in our goals, as well as develop new ministries to reach the lost in Wallington and beyond. So let's hear about the kind of difference having a new centre would make to our church and our community.
I can't wait to have the frog breakfast in the new hall with the new kitchen and the sausages and pancakes. Imagine how good it's going to taste.
Well, I suppose for me it's what I really want to see from the new hall is a lot of the things that we've already done in the old hall. You know, the old hall has just done so much, the variety, the people that have gone through there. If we can do all that again in the new hall, that's, you know, going to be great. But also I'd like to think that there's going to be opportunity to do some new things, particularly I think some sort of, you know, for me it feels like we could do some sort of drop-in where we can have more personal one-to-one opportunities. What about you, Eilish?
So yeah, I'm really excited about the new hall. I lead one of the children's groups, and just to have a space that they feel is their own, that they enjoy being in, works for the kind of activities that we do in the group, but also a space that they can get to easily from the church. At the moment we have to kind of cross the car park and go round and outside, but a space that is just easy for them to access and they feel safe kind of getting to, I think is really important. But I'm just so excited about them having their own area that they just really enjoy being in.
While I am used to this office, I am looking forward to a great new working environment with the team, which will be really exciting. And it will be exciting for the new opportunities that we'll have for usable spaces for courses and activities through the week as well as on Sundays. So that is going to be fabulous, and I do really think that that will be a great impact for the church community as well as for the wider parish. It will take hiring out the hall to a whole new level, but let's go.
One of the really lovely things about having a new hall will be that I think I'm going to feel more comfortable inviting my friends to events, knowing that they're going to be coming into such a welcoming environment.
Having a new hall at St Patrick's would just be amazing, to be able to welcome new parents to our groups of TGIs and toddlers with step-free access would just be wonderful. Bringing them into a warm environment where they first feel comfortable and welcome, and they can build a relationship, and then we can build on that to spread the love and good news of Jesus over a lovely cup of tea and biscuit.
One thing about the hall that hasn't been so good, you can cut and paste as you wish, is I ran Christianity Explored for a few years, and there was never an ideal place in the hall to hold the meetings. The best place, of course, was the lounge, but usually it had to take place against a background of noises from the hall created by scouts, brownies, or whoever. So it wasn't a very intimate place. And I'm really looking forward to a new hall with a better room for that sort of event.
Yes, the new hall will provide so much better venue and better opportunities for this sense of building up this community of Christ.
As a member of 412, I'm really looking forward to this new hall, so that 412 have a place to be on Sunday night that we can be confident to invite our friends to. That would be really nice to be able to chill out and enjoy the night.
What would be great about the new hall is there would be a space where I could meet with parents on a one-to-one basis, where we could discuss the Bible and the joys and struggles of life while there was a safe place for their children to play in.
I don't know about you, but hearing about all of the ways in which this new building will help us to both continue and to further develop our ongoing ministry here at St Pat's really gets me excited. I hope it excites you as well. The impact that this new centre will have on our church family, on our parish and across Wallington is huge. In Jesus' strength, all this is possible.